it becomes a terrible weakness. I rolled my eyes. Mama tended to talk in riddles. Mama stood back. Did you see how I did that? I looked down at the wrapped wool. Yes, Mama. Change and rinse the wrapping when the blood soaks through. Tell me when the bleeding stops. She turned and walked out the door. I dropped the hem of my long linen dress and followed her outside, sitting beside her as she wove a new basket. I was desperate to know about these other jinn traits, but I knew better than to question Mama further. She would tell me more when she was ready. Frowning, I set my own incomplete, misshapen basket on my lap. I had held my first palm frond not long after I started walking, attempted imitating Mama's weaving a few months later. I hadn't improved much since. I found basket weaving tedious and never understood why Mama got so much enjoyment from it. Mama's jinn qualities meant she made many baskets and more beautiful baskets than human women. Traders came from all over the kingdom of Saba to buy Mama's intricately designed baskets. No one, however, knew the speed of her weaving. Mama kept her jinn ancestry a secret. Too dangerous, she said. Some kings enslaved jinni by clamping irons around their limbs and necks. Others wanted them killed and put a price on their heads. Mama's skill and speed gave us a better life than most. We lacked for nothing and always had food. If grain was overpriced and the widyan dry, Mama simply flew to the Red Sea, where she snatched a fish from the water. Or she might leap up and grab a cluster of fruit from the tallest date tree, or run down a hare, or steal honey from a hive without disturbing the bees. Of course, Mama made certain no one witnessed these superhuman feats. Mama spoiled me, lavishing me with expensive linens and perfumes after a profitable sale. After a dignitary from Marib bought every one of Mama's baskets, she bought me a gold bracelet. A goddess wears gold, she had said, slipping the shiny circle around my wrist. I wasn't a goddess, but I loved staring at the gold gleaming bright against my tawny brown skin. Father's skin. Mama was an earth-dark beauty. Father's identity was a mystery. Or a secret. Probably both. Mama told a different story about my father every time I asked. One day he was the king of Ophir, the next a chief minister, or an Assyrian rug trader, or a handsome merchant traveling through town, or even a high priest of Almaka. Stop asking about your father, Mama snapped. He doesn't put food in your belly, clothes on your back, or gold on your wrist. All you need to know is that he was a clever human. Was? Mama squeezed my chin between her strong fingers and glared. Don't ask again, Bilqis. I never did. In my heart, I just knew Father was once king of Ophir and Mama his queen. I was a sassy, curious young woman, hungry for answers. Like the answer to my next question. Mama, why do you go into the cassia bushes with men and tell me not to follow? Mama wiggled my nose between her knuckles. Bilqis, you're incorrigible. She lifted the basket in her lap. Weaving baskets makes my soul sing. Men make my body sing. You will understand one day. It was Mama's first attempt at explaining sex. Singing. My face puckered, as though I'd bitten into a sour grape. The few times I had snuck after them when they disappeared around a terraced hill or thicketed gully, I heard mostly grunts and moans, except at the end. Mama would throw back her head and praise the sky with a long cry that was almost song-like. I didn't always watch, but when I did crouch unnoticed nearby, I found Mama astride the man, her body bouncing up and down so fast she was a blur. The man appeared in agony, groaning as his head rolled from side to side. This never went on too long, because Mama would stop bouncing and let the man grab hold of her breasts and suckle like a babe. Then Mama would start bouncing again. Eventually, Mama would arch her back, look up, and praise the sky with her long, loud cry. She often praised the sky more than once, especially when Mama's legs were draped over the ratting man's shoulders or when she sat on his face. I did not crawl away until the man proclaimed himself drained dry, and Mama, sweaty and panting, rolled off him. I had yet to decide.